Hi there, this is Youth12 once again. I'm going to be using AppMade 16 today, once again, to tell you how to actually adjust the ride height or adjust the suspension on your RC truck or your buggy or your car. I'm also going to be telling you in the next video how to replace the shock oil with, guess what, oil. On your RC vehicle you will find two shocks at the back of the vehicle and two shocks at the front. You can actually adjust the suspension by adjusting the shocks and the amount of distance between the top of the shock and the bottom of the lower suspension arms. Okay, so the first thing we need to do if we actually want to adjust the shocks, first thing is to actually unscrew the shocks from the shock tower. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to be now unscrewing the shocks from the shock tower. So unscrew. Oh dear, camera's gonna blow over, I reckon. Okay, unscrew the shocks. How many times have I said that now? So unscrew the shocks, right, we know that. Okay, now we have unscrewed the shocks. See here, there are different adjustment screw holes of which you can actually screw the shock into to adjust the ride height or to adjust the suspension. So let's simply say if I screwed it in there, see the difference between the shocks. This one has more space between the top of the shock and the rear lower suspension arm, where this one is kind of shorter. So if we adjust it right down there, you're going to have very hard suspension. If we have it very high up there, you're going to have very soft suspension. So let's adjust it. So let's say I'm going to be going off-road, doing some off-road driving. So let's put the shock there and let's screw it up. Okay, so I'm just now screwing up the shock. Do not over tighten the screws. Do not do them too loose, therefore. There. See now, if we actually look at the suspension, see, there we have quite a nice bounce. I found that this setup is the best for this vehicle. When your suspension has kind of gone and there isn't much kind of give when you push down the vehicle, so look, there's no, it doesn't, when I push down it doesn't come back where it should be. So push down, comes up a little way, but it doesn't come up to there where it should be. So once again, push down, it only comes up a little way, and that is where it should be. Therefore you actually need to replace the shock oil that is in your shocks. Please check out the next video, how to replace shock oil in car shocks.